Hey, oh, hey, my name is Annette, and I am your host here at Word on the Curve podcast. As you can see, I've done the summer chop. I'm excited about it. I think I might add a little color. You guys can add in the comments and let me know what you think about color, not the cut, because the cut works for me. I'm just considering a change in the color. Please forgive me for being late. I'm 9 minutes behind because of internet connection, not for running late, internet connection. So thank you for joining me here this evening. Hey, Frank and Christina Sasso, thank you. Josh Waring, thank you. Remember, all drink water or tea, eat fruit, moisturize your face, hands, and feet, and mind your business. Our topic tonight is about loyalty. And I have to tell you that tonight it is timely, and it's timely for a number of reasons. I had an experience tonight. Let me just adjust this camera a little bit. That was a little disheartening. And it has to do with loyalty. It has to do with the way people behave. And here's what I want to tell you guys. If you're suffering from allergies, you're just going to have to deal with it. I do every single day, no matter what the season is. But I digress. If you have a solution naturally for allergies, please, by all means, hit me up and share it. I don't have time for this. I'm retired and I'm ready to do my thing. I mean, really do my thing. Yeah, I like this. Natural color, natural hair, nice chop chop. Looking to add a little bit of color to it, but I'm happy. Okay, loyalty. Loyalty is a lifestyle, and so many people forget it. In the experience tonight or earlier this evening, um, I think somebody who wanted to put me in my place made a statement and didn't realize in making that statement, they revealed something. And that was the truth about how they feel about me. I'm grateful for that because now at least I know. We don't have to pretend anymore, right? But still, hey, people, your behavior, not what you say, how you behave and what you do, tells people who you are. You can talk as much as you want to. I had a girlfriend who did nothing but talk. She talked a good talk. She talks the I'm innocent, I'm such a great person talk. But loyalty, it's a lifestyle. Not a thought, not what you say. It's a lifestyle. Let's kick it. Loyalty is shown, it's not said. It's in how you move, how you speak about others and show up, even when it's inconvenient. Yeah. Do you show up when it's inconvenient? A lot of y'all don't. And a lot of y'all do. But y'all in between folks, we see you. It's a full time mindset. It's not part time. Loyalty is a lifestyle. We can't get around that, people. Good people. We can't get around the lifestyle. It's how we live, how we behave, and what we do, not what we say. It's what we do. Not part time or when it's convenient. Loyalty doesn't clock out. Write that down. Keep it next to you. Loyalty does not clock out. Some of y'all think it does, but it doesn't. You can't be loyal to others if you're not loyal to yourself. And that's what I had to learn about the young lady that I was speaking about earlier tonight. She couldn't be loyal to anybody else because she ain't loyal to herself. She's not. She lives in a fantasy world. And it's her world to live in. But in understanding that, it takes the angst out of her behavior for me. Takes it out. Doesn't grind my gears. She, she can't be loyal to anybody else. There's no loyalty in her for her. Your standards, your boundaries, your self worth set the tone. So look, if you're running, gunning, cheating, robbing banks, robbing houses, robbing people's spouses, that rhymed, didn't it? I do poetry sometimes. But the point is, if you're misbehaving with yourself, how could I possibly expect you to behave with me, to be loyal to me when you're not loyal to anything else? Let that settle in. If you're not loyal to yourself and your boundaries and some ethics and values and principles, you can't be loyal to anybody else. You can you can talk about it, as a lot of people do, but it's not the same as action. You gotta have some action, right? So loyalty isn't blind. It's not blind. It's rooted in discernment. It knows the difference between standing with someone and standing for foolishness. Don't take my word for it. Do your own homework. And as I tell you so often, what doesn't apply, please let it fly. Chop, chop. Loyalty is tested in silence and in distance. Who holds your name when you're not in the room? That's a good question. Who holds your name when you're not in the room? You shouldn't have to be in a room for your friends to take care of you. They don't have to fight your battles. Sure. If you're anything like me, you're capable of fighting your own when it's necessary. But we're not into fighting. Loyalty is not part time, it doesn't clock out. That's right. And if people are clocking out on you in loyalty, they're not loyal people. They're people of convenience. When it works for them, when they need you, when it's to their benefit. That's right. When it's to their benefit. Pay attention. It doesn't clock out. Not on the job, not at home, not with your children, not with your spouses. Excuse me. Excuse me. Not with your business partners and not with your social circle, your inner social circle. It doesn't clock out. And if it's clocking out, you need to clock into the reality of what's happening. Loyalty, this is important, costs you something. It costs you time, energy, even relationships, but the return is unmatched. If you pay attention, this is not genius behavior. It's a reality. I'm tapered back here too. See, I'm tapered. It's a reality. Don't sell yourself short in dealing with others. Understand that loyalty matters. It does. And the return is unmatched. The energy is unmatched, right? Loyalty isn't about agreement. See, that's the mistake the immature make. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. It just came out like that. But that's the mistake that immature people make. They can't disagree. They can't have a conversation where they're not right without them feeling like it's a disagreement. We're arguing. No, we're not. We're having a discussion. Can we at least have that? Rooted in some reality? Can we try? Loyalty isn't about agreement, it's about alignment. Not agreement, alignment. That means we're aligned. We won't always agree, but at least we're aligned, right? Isn't that right, Josh? Isn't that right, Frank and Christina? Isn't that right, Jasna and Amaris? Isn't that right, family? Isn't that right, friends? Isn't that right, social circle? Isn't that right, business partners? We don't always have to agree, but we must be aligned. That's what loyalty is about. We don't have to always agree, but we have to walk together. We have to walk together. That's right. We have to walk together in alignment. We won't always agree. True loyalty exposes fake support. You know, those fake people who go, oh, yeah, I'm with you. Listen, everybody, some people just don't know how to be loyal. Don't hold it against them. Get away from them, right? Don't hold it against them. Let them be. Let them be who they are. Because eventually, what happens is, as what happened in my last situation, where there was some disloyalty and disrespect, they eventually expose themselves. And if the people around them don't see it, it's because they're blind. You know, people keep doing the same thing over, expecting different results. Sooner or later, somebody's going to say, hey, what you doing? Maybe it is you. You know, those disloyal folks who don't post or talk about your wins, who don't share your wins, they share your losses. They share your pain. They share your hurt. They share your disappointment. That's disloyal. It is. And not only is it disloyal, it's disrespectful. But if they're not loyal to themselves, they don't respect themselves, how can they be loyal and respect you? You don't have to know everything to know that all you have to do simply is pay attention. Pay attention. That's all you have to do. Pay attention. They want front row access to your pain. They want to see you suffer. I remember this one person in particular that I talked about earlier kept trying to tell me how they were seeing something. Oh, and it didn't look good. It was better than you thought, better than what you're dealing with. But you wanted to add your own crap to it, thinking that you had front row access to something that was painful. People go through things and they get through them, as you can see. They get through them. You know, friendships. The one who doesn't report your wins, pay attention. Don't take my word for it. Do some homework. Look at what the experts say. And even forget about them and look at your experiences. Because your experiences is going to expose all of it if you pay attention. And you don't have to be a genius. In the workplace, a loyal team member who defends the mission. Don't have to defend me, but defend the mission. When leadership isn't watching. On my job, I didn't have to be watching to know who was loyal. And I have to tell you, it was the people I least expected. They weren't necessarily loyal to one person, or think they were loyal to the mission. Watch them, because those who aren't loyal to the mission can't possibly be loyal to anything else, right? Family, the cousin who calls to check on you, not just when there's gossip to share, but just to check on you. The family member who calls you up. This is for family. We talked about workplace. We talked about social circles. This is for family. When the family member calls you and say, hey, I didn't want anything. I'm just checking in on you. I want to know how you're doing. That's a good thing. Family matters. Family's not perfect. Family screws up. Family gets in trouble. Family does all kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, they're still family. They're still family. And so, as we move forward and we build on our skills, right? Loyalty is a lifestyle. You have to practice it. You can't just talk about it. You have to practice loyalty, right? Hey, chop, chop. I'm so impressed with what this guy did with my hair. I really am. Because I was nervous. I haven't cut my hair in a very long time because I said I was going to let it grow until I died, right? But radiation from breast cancer, right? I'm clean now. Thank you, God. Radiation destroyed my hair. It destroyed it. And I kept trying to bring it back and bring it back and bring it back. And finally, I had to do the chop chop. I'm going to keep talking about that. But you know what? Hair is a big thing for women, right? And for me, I can wear my hair any way I want, anytime I want. I can put on a wig, I can take off a wig, I can chop chop, I can wear it long, I can wear it short, I can wear it any way I want. And I'm going to be happy with it. I am. Just tell me what color you think I should or should not dye it. Take a look at it. It's salt and pepper. What color should I dye it? I digress. I will only match energy with intention, not imitation. So if you're showing off, if you're running your mouth, if you're talking slick, I'm not matching that. The only thing I'm matching is intention, baby. What am I doing? What is intention for me? What works for me? What drives my mission? What drives my loyalty? What drives my footsteps? Loyalty is a lifestyle, and a lot of people play at it but can't get at it. I won't shrink my loyalty to someone else's temporary lane. You know what that means? I was dealing with this guy once. His name is Casper, right? And I refused to be loyal to a mission that didn't align with my lifestyle. And my lifestyle is loyalty. I refused. And as a result of that, I got badgered. But let me tell you this, this is for the record. You can take this to the bank and cash it in. Do your own homework. When a man speaks ill of a woman, it's usually because he couldn't have her or she disagreed with him. And I'm going to leave that right there. Isn't that right, Casper? That's right. That's what's up. That's how it works. I will be loyal to my growth, even when it means outgrowing what I used to love. I outgrew a lot of people. It didn't mean I didn't care about them. I outgrew them. I elevated. I moved on. And I was trying to pull them along, but they were dragging me. It's easier for people to pull you down than it is for you to boost them up because they're going to fight you every step of the way. There was somebody famous, and I can't remember their name, right? Who said, I spend one hand fighting the enemy and the other hand fighting my people to keep them up off of me because they're fighting me, even when I'm trying to help them. I have that experience. So I'll be loyal to my growth, however that works. And I want to leave you with this because it's so important. Loyalty does not have a clock out time. You either are or you aren't. And it doesn't matter what the situation is. And for those of you who suffer from the me syndrome, loyalty is not yet in your pocket. Do what you got to do. Loyalty is a lifestyle. It doesn't come and go. It's not based on situations. There is no time clock. There is no picking and choosing. Either you're a loyal person or you're not. When you can't be loyal, step away. My name is Annette. I'm here from Word and Curve Podcast. Thank you for joining me here this evening, and I'll see you again soon. Hey, we have a great podcast coming up. It's not until the 21st of May, but I want to tell you about it because we're boycotting violence, domestic violence, relationships, gun violence, street violence, music that the industry makes millions off of, that degrades us, that talks about violence, about hurting people, about calling people names, the H word, the B word, the this word. Hey, you've got to choose a side. You can't be out here talking about you down with your culture and your people and you're live streaming and standing next to people who are sprouting that garbage. And it is garbage. And it is intended to keep you captive. because cause and effect is what's happening in the streets right now. It's what people are pumping into the brains of our young folks. Shoot them, kill them. They ain't no good. We don't care if it's your mother or if it's a boy in the hood. Hurt them. Do this. Do that wrong. That's the song. Don't listen to that garbage. Don't let your kids listen to it. Boycott the violence. All violence. Join the campaign. I don't care where you live, where you are, and who you support. Send a message to your legislators that you want them to draft resolutions that boycott violence and push into the community for some meaningful resolutions to stop it. Simple enough. Turn that music off. Have a good night. My name is Annette. There's some good music out there. There's some great artists out there. They're not talking about stealing your man. They're not talking about creating pain. They're not talking about hurting you. They're not talking about hurting your family. They're not talking about what they don't care about. That's that jailhouse rock. And everybody ain't rocking the jailhouse, even though they're in it. For those of you who are in it right now, there's something called reentry. Prepare for it and leave that trash where it belongs, in the garbage. Have a good night. My name is Annette, here from Word on the Curb podcast. We'll see you again next week.